Thank you. I just want to say one last thing that was, is this just you going off and speaking about what you've been speaking about is so enjoyable and helpful. But what helped me is to go all the way back also to um, eyes open, inactivity, the mind starting and noticing, and not just sitting somatically, when you can't. And
Yes.
it was so helpful because I feel like there's that fine line as a healer, a practitioner of, am I resisting thought by going, no, no, or be still, no, or not now? Or is this the empowerment of the consciousness going, no? And I think, I don't know, just how you put it, it was very helpful.
Very good.
Instead of the story of resisting thought.
This is good. I mean, I think you're, and it's a very, I have to say, I'm really glad you're saying this because it is an issue, the thing of resisting thought. There is a spiritual kind of laziness that's out there. And I was in some groups where that happened, where people would say, well, it's all mind. And then they would just actually not, they would resist thought, right? I think that that there's a kind of like Nisargadatta Maharaj, great Advaita teacher. He even said things like, well, although sometimes you just have to sit and think it through. Mm-hmm. And that you giving yourself full permission to think things through as well. Mm-hmm. The thing is that the more you allow yourself to think things through clearly, again, the Greeks were not wrong about this. The Stoics, they got this bad reputation, just like the Buddhists did, of repressing emotion. But both the Buddhists and the Stoics really didn't just, cut themselves off from their emotions. But they did have this notion, especially the Stoics, that it's, if you allow yourself to think things through clearly and honestly, then you will get to the point where you begin just cutting the mind because you've already rationally thought through how that's hitting yourself head against the wall. You can give yourself permission at any moment. Okay, I'm going to go off and think about all of that. But if the first thing you say is, is there anything I can do about this now? No. Then it gets clear, like, okay, then the only thing to do about it is to ignore thinking about it.
So Krishna, I've never used the word, but so this is discernment.
Yes.
Discernment, and using the thought not to run you, but also then later making a decision, maybe I'll be with this and see, is there, like you were just speaking of, a sensation, a feeling that's behind this? Or was it just enough to say no?
Yes.
So discernment, yeah.
Exactly. And you can alternate as the moment allows. There's not any, this notion some people have, oh, I might do it wrong, or I'll be fooling myself. Right. Believe me, the universe, you could say it this way, the universe is benevolent. Right. God is on your side. It'll get shown to you in its due time and the right moment and all of that. You can trust being in that sense. You can trust God in that sense, or life in that sense. Or right. It's it's so amazing, like the amount of sincerity of, I really want to not fool myself. I want to not repress this. That sincerity itself will carry you. Mm-hmm. That's like an unspoken prayer to the universe that it always answers. Okay, that's fine. I will show you. Maybe not on the schedule that you expected, but you will be taught everything in due time, as needed.
Very good.
Thank you. Thanks. Good. Thanks so much, Marcia. Very good.
Thank you.